of Sipping Tea with Shols and Vee. So today promises to be another fantastic show filled with engaging discussions on various topics close to our heart. We have some exciting news, dear listeners. In addition to our usual £100 giveaway, we are thrilled to announce that we have added an extra £100 to the pot this week. However, please note that this giveaway has been put on hold temporarily. As we mentioned in our previous podcast, to enter the giveaway, what you need to do is go and follow us on our socials on Sipping Tea with Shols and Vee. That's at YouTube, Instagram, and on TikTok, and that will give you a valid entry. Your support and engagement means the world to us, and we can't wait to see who the lucky winner will be when the giveaway resumes back. This week, our discussion, we also dive into Kanye West's significant other, exploring her fashion choices and the controversy they ignite. Additionally, we'll be introducing a fun competition. We will play a snippet of a song, simply listen and identify the song and the artist. This game is just for fun, to test your musical skills. To enter, call or text the studio on 07548 806 927 or live message on Mixcloud. We're going to play 5 songs, listen to all 5 songs, and then put your answers in. Okay. We will be diving into the world of single parents and exploring the incredible parent skills they possess. Throughout together, we will touch upon the challenges and victories that single parents face daily. We will shed light on the highs and the lows of their journeys, recognizing the unparalleled strength and love that single parents exemplify in raising their children solo. Okay, so grab your favorite cup of tea, settle in, and join us as we embark on an enlightening and heartfelt conversation. Let's unravel the intricacies of single parents and celebrate the remarkable individuals who undertake this responsibility with waving dedication and grace. Single parents. Single parents face unique challenges as they navigate the ups and downs of raising children on their own. The responsibility of parenting often falls squarely on the shoulders, from managing household tasks to providing emotional support and guidance for their children. Juggling work, finances, and children can create a heavy burden for single parents, requiring them to be resilient, resourceful, and flexible in order to make ends meet. One of the biggest hurdles that single parents face is the lack of a supported partner to share the workload and decision making with. Without a co-parent, single parents must make all parenting decisions alone, from discipline strategies to medical choices. This can be daunting and overwhelming, especially when faced with major decisions that will impact their children's lives. Single parents often have to strike a delicate balance between a loving parent and a strict disciplinary, all while trying to be a role model for their children. Okay. Also, financial struggles can weigh heavily on single parents as they're often the sole breadwinner for the family. Balancing the cost of housing, food, childcare, and other expenses can be a constant source of stress and worry. Single parents may have to work multiple jobs or long hours to make ends meet, leaving them with little money and energy to devote to their children. Financial security can also impact a single parent's ability to provide opportunities for their children, such as curricular activities or education experiences. Emotional support is crucial for single parents who may feel isolated or overwhelmed by the demands of parenting on their own. Without a partner to share the highs and the lows of parenting with, single parents can experience feelings of loneliness and self-doubt and exhaustion. Building a support network of friends, family members, or other single parents can be essential for maintaining mental and emotional well-being. Seeking out counseling or therapy can also provide a safe space for single parents to work through their emotions and build coping strategies for the challenges that they face. Despite the obstacles and encounters, many single parents demonstrate an incredible strength and resilience in the face of diversity. They learn to rely on their own strengths and resources to provide a loving, stable home for their children. Single parents often develop a strong bond with their children based on mutual respect, trust, and unconditional love. They serve as a role model for their children, hard work and resilience in the face of life's difficulties. Inclusion. Single parents face unique sets of challenges as they navigate the responsibilities of raising children on their own. From financial struggles to emotional stress, single parents must be resourceful, resilient, and flexible in order to provide a stable, loving environment for their children. Despite the obstacles they face, many single parents demonstrate remarkable strength and determination in their role as both provider and caregiver, building strong support network and seeking out resources for the help can empower single parents to overcome challenges and thrive in their parenting journey.
Okay, so we're going to dive straight into it. We are talking about questions now. What source of help is there out there for lone parents?
I'd say there's a bit, but I feel like well, you have to look. You have to talk to people as well. It's good to talk to people, find out what information or what knowledge that they've got, relying on friends and family, building as we said before, a support network. You know, a group of people that you can rely on that can help you do things. What do you think?
I think as well, maybe approach your council. They might be able to give you resources of the social aspects in the community where you can go and meet other single parents. I think it's about getting to know your neighborhood, getting to know the people in there, seeing what resources are available in your borough, to see what kind of help you can get. And also talking to other single parents. You know, Instagram, social media is so big. There's so many ways that you can reach out and reach other single parents. You know, there's loads of groups online, YouTube, Facebook, all of them. So I think there are services out there, but again, you have to look.
No, definitely. I think, like you said, online is really good because it's a good way of spreading the word to a wide, number of people. And yeah, if you don't know much, you can go online and just literally tap in help for single parents, and a whole load of information and organizations will come up and like talk to people, like you said. Um, how do you think? How do single parents survive financially? Would you say?
I think a lot of single parents now are having to go to food banks. You know, a lot of single parents are now struggling because the cost of living is going up, but the salary isn't matching that. And so you have a lot of people are struggling, they're going without. You know, you're hearing stories of parents making sure that their children eat and they're going to bed hungry because they can't afford to feed everyone.
Yeah.
Or they can't keep, luckily now the weather's nice, but in winter time, a lot of people can't afford to keep their heating
You
on
understand?
for certain
Not me,
periods
just saying.
of time. And so, you know, I think it's quite difficult for single parents financially
No, for
to
real.
survive.
Trying to make all ends meet and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. What do you think that single parents need most?
I'd say support, and I'm gonna just say like support across the board. But I feel like more for them, support for them, because I mean everything they do is for the kids and for the households. I feel like sometimes they need someone that they can talk to, someone that they know that they can rely on, somebody for them. Um, yeah, I think they need emotional support and I think they overall need support for them. Do you know what I mean? I think they need someone to give them help when they need it and know that there's someone there that can help them as and when they need.
Okay, I think it's you next. Yeah.
How do single parents cope emotionally? Cover it up.
I don't know.
Dust
How
yourself
did
down,
you?
keep on going.
Yeah, well, that's it. You know, a lot of women struggle. What is it that they get after children?
Postnatal depression, yeah.
Yeah, postnatal depression. Sorry, that slipped my mind. So I think a lot of women struggle with postnatal depression after, and you know, especially if you're a single parent and there's no dad on the scene, everything relies on you. Or you could be a single father and there's no mother on the scene. It works both ways. So I think it's difficult. I think it's difficult, but I think getting counselling. I think as well in the black community, we have an issue with getting support. It makes you feel like you're weak because black women are always seen as strong and we can get through everything and we're on top of everything. But just like everybody else, we go through issues, and there's no harm in getting counselling and support those ways. Okay, what do you think are the biggest problems single parents face?
Um, I'm gonna say I think maybe I don't know. It's a toss up for me between I don't know financial and emotional, but I'm gonna say more financial for financial, because I mean with money you can do a lot. You can pay for childcare. You can also like spend time and do nice things with your children, and make sure you're able to provide everything they need, and that takes a lot of stress off. Um, but emotionally, you need to be in the right frame of mind to be able to carry yourself, to be able to stay strong, to do the things that you need, to be strong for your kids. So yeah,
I think as well, one of the biggest problems that single parents face is as a woman raising a son. You know, we are not men. We have ideas on how to raise a child, but we don't understand. We're not men.
yeah,
So I think it's important that boys, children, have men in their lives. If it's not their father, male role figures, their granddad, their uncles, because we can only teach them so much. The same with daughters. If you haven't got your mother in, if you're just a single dad raising a daughter, I think it's important that she has female representatives in her life to guide her, because there's only so much you can do as well as a man. So yeah, that's what I think.
okay. We're just gonna key up a song now.
Before we go on to our next topic, which is guess the song for the game, we're going to play a couple tunes for you. We'll be back in a minute. If you have any questions about what we've just discussed as a single parent, when we come back, we will share those online. So, yep, again, thank you for listening to Sipping Tea with Shols and Vee.
This is Yana Toma and
birds chirping, grease popping, mama screaming out, you better get your ass.
Hey world, this is Felicia Faye, and you can follow Choice FM UK London on Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter.
We had a one night stand in a parents' basement, and after that we never spoke, and I thought everything was going cool. Now my mind is steady racing with all these thoughts in my head, I'm contemplating. Should I call her back or go ahead to school? So I hopped up in the shower.
This is your favorite station.
It was her, so I swiped right. After the call, I heard crying, my hand shaking. She said, I got something to tell you. Last month I missed my period and found out I was pregnant. Congratulations, fuck boy, this baby here is your present. You ruined my whole life and don't know how to tell my parents that a little girl's not innocent and not their grandparents. I said, oh shit, I'm not ready to be no daddy. This my last year in school and now I'm supposed to go to college. My mama tried to tell me when she find out this knowledge that a little son not innocent, her heart is gonna demolish. What should we do? We just seniors in high school and on the first day of school already the bad news. Feeling like a bad dream and I just wanna hit the snooze. Man, I'm only 17 and I already got the blues. You couldn't walk in my shoes, but don't get it confused. I'm on my raising by itself, a deadbeat, I refuse. I'm gonna be there for my child, and this the life we choose. So do we keep it our abortion? I leave that choice to you. She said, wait a minute, how you gonna put this on me? It takes two to make a baby. What, I look like a dummy? I told you to wear a condom when you was fucking up on me. Now my belly licking like it's 2 bees in stomach. But boy, I shouldn't let you in my house that day. How my fast ass wouldn't be pregnant today. Guess I was feeling generous and it was on the birthday. Now I'm in my life to this day. The phone hung up and all I heard was the dial tone. Half a year went by, she still won't pick up the phone. Mama came in the room to tell me some bad news. A girl that you know just died, it's on the news. I said, who? She said the name, then I broke down in tears. That girl was supposed to have my baby, now she dead and gone. My first child, I never see her eyes. Then she told me, don't you cry, cause the baby girl survived. Oh shit. Oh shit.
The music there. Thank you for tuning in to Sipping Tea with Shols and Vee. We're going to go through some of the comments that we've had while the songs are playing. But before we do that, we're going to give you a list of organisations that can assist you for single parents, whether you're a single father or a single mother. So the first organisation that we're going to be talking about is Gingerbread Organisation and charity that provides advice for single parents, empowering one-parent families. And the helpline is 0808 802 0925. And their website is thegingerbread.org.uk. We're going to be putting these on our Instagram anyway, so if you follow us, you'll be able to get access to this information. The second one we have is Turn Up To Us, a charity that offers a one-off grant for single parents. So if you're struggling right now, this organisation, this charity might be able to help you. They're called Turn To Us. The telephone number for Turn To Us is 0808 802 2000. So that's 0808 802 2000. And then the last charity that we've got, or the organisation that we've got, is gov.uk, the Charity Commission Helpline. So the number for that is 0300 066 9197. So I'm just going to go over those quickly again. So we've got the Gingerbread Organisation, that's for single parents, empowering families. Telephone number is 0808 802 0925. So that's Gingerbread. Turn To Us, 0808 802 2000. And then Gov UK, the Charity Commission Helpline, is 0300 066 9197. So we're going to go straight to our comments on the screen. What have we got up here so far? Parenting is the hardest job. This is from DJ Dodge. Parenting is the hardest job in the world, and it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. Exactly.
Definitely.
That's exactly what we was talking about. You know, I know a lot of single dads. I've got a friend my age.
Same struggles, you know what I mean?
And he's a single parent for 2 children. You know, the mum's not involved for whatever reason. And so, yeah, I know. I think it's hard, but for different reasons, for men and for women.
I think so. I don't know. I think some people are more used to seeing single mums, but actually, it's I think it's 50-50. You've got just as much single mums as dads, and the dads need to not be forgotten because they work just as hard, and they have sometimes a harder role as well. They are single parents as well. Do you know what I mean? They're doing the same thing that single women are doing. Do you know what annoys me as well? Even when my son was young, going to school. When I'm going to school all tired and bringing him to school, nobody ain't saying that. I'm doing what I need to be doing. When it said, Dad, oh, he's so good. Look at him bringing his child to school every morning just because it's a man doing it. Like, I didn't understand the difference. So sometimes you do fall into that kind of like stereotype of, you know what I mean?
Well, I think we
putting
do.
people in categories, you know, but like...
I think it's because, though, a lot of us that grew up in single parents, 90% of us, or the people that I know that grew up in single parents, we live with our mothers.
And they done everything. Not
You
like that,
know?
but do you know what I mean?
My dad was on the scene. My mum and dad weren't
always
together.
are.
But my dad was there.
At a distance.
No, my dad was there. I used to see my dad regular. He used to take me out. He used to take my school friends out. You know, he was very present, although he wasn't in the home. I didn't want for anything as a child. You know, anything that I needed, I had.
Yeah.
You know, so my dad was very present. However, he still wasn't living in a home.
Yeah.
You know, so I didn't come home and see my dad every day. So my mum was a single parent, effectively.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's difficult with I think when you know, women are single parents, your whole world kind of revolves around your child. You kind of forget yourself for a little while until they get bigger, and then you can think, okay, I can start having my life back. Whereas when it's a single mum and the dad's moved on, it's quite different.
Very different.
And I notice as well with a lot of men that, you know, not all men, so don't attack me on this. There's a lot of men that when their relationship with the woman is over, their relationship with the children are over.
It's
as
over,
well.
it's dead. And that is disgusting. I don't know what that's all about. It's like it's one package or nothing.
Yeah.
If you can't have the woman and have the whole family thing, you're not trying to like come and get the child on the Saturday and bring them back on the Monday. And that's really bad because if the relationship breaks down, you still got to have that connect and have that bond with your child. You still got to keep on working hard. Because when they get older, they're going to be looking at you and asking you questions. And you know what I mean? That's for you to answer. But I was going to say, my dad was not in the household either, but he was like a phone call away. If I needed anything, it was there. But growing up, I did actually want him in the house. I don't know, I just wanted that kind of my mum and my dad living together. And I'd always ask questions, you know what I mean? You know, how come you're not together? Will you ever get back together? Then when I got a bit older, you start to understand certain dynamics and certain lifestyles and stuff. And then you realise, listen, it ain't going to happen. But he was always there, do you know what I mean? But I think most, in school, to be fair, I think I had like about 2 friends that their parents were still together. And everybody was just like, wow. You know what I mean? I think they're still together now type of thing. But most, it was single parents, and they weren't living with their dad; they were living with their mums. You know?
Yeah, it's
that
true.
was the story still.
And someone's put in here that parents, what have they said? That's very true, and the effects are mostly felt by the children stuck in the crossfire of it all. So yeah, you know, you're not
That's
having
very
both
true,
parents
very
in
true.
the house can psychologically affect children as they get older. You know, and it can affect the relationship, especially with women, young girl children not having a male presence in their life, can affect the kind of relationships that they go on to have later on in life. And, you know, they had this abandonment issue.
Yep.
And I'm talking from females that I've known that have gone from one relationship to another. And I don't mean that they're out there sleeping around, but they've gone from a certain type of guy. Mm-hmm. You know, the kind of guy that abandons them. And that's because their dad, and, you know, it's true. Their dad wasn't present in their life, so they have abandonment issues. And those are the men you attract. You know, you attract what you are. So I think it's very important for parents out there, you know, dads, if you're not with the mother of the child, and, you know, make sure that you are present in your daughter's
active, stay
lives.
active. Do you know what I mean?
And you're active.
Mm-hmm.
You spend time with her. And you don't have to worry about finances, because sometimes you got men that say, "Oh, I don't go around because I haven't got any money." It's not about that. You can take her to the park.
You didn't need money to make the child. You understand?
Right. So you can go to the park. You can go. How's your week been? How have you been? You know, stay locked in. Have conversations with them, and that means so much to them. You know, you don't want to be a stranger with your child. You know, a part-time dad. You see them once a week. Make more time. Leave the girl alone and make more time.
Nice, true.
And especially for the single fathers out there as well. You know, a lot of the time if the woman's not around, it's because she's really not a fit mother.
Yeah,
not all the time. I'm not saying that to all the time, but a lot of time it's because the woman's not a fit mother.
Or sometimes she could be getting beat down or something like that. There could be other dynamics, other factors going on. Maybe she had to leave and without her children because you understand.
Yeah, but
she's
if
in
you're getting
fear
beat
of.
down, I'm not leaving my kids.
But if someone's like, if you're getting beats and stuff like that, and you're scared for your life and everything, sometimes you gotta go without the kids. Get yourself sorted and come back for them. Do you understand me?
But what if he then takes out
your
the
kids are no
when
good
you're
to
not
you
there?
if you're dead. If you're dead, you can't even do nothing for them. You see me?
Nah, if
I
my
just think
man's
there's different
beating me-
situations for
I know
different
there's
things.
different situations, but if my man's beating me, I'm not leaving my kids.
Oh,
My
and I
kids
get
are
you for
coming
real.
with
I'm
me.
leaving. I'm doing one trip. That's how I stay as well. For when I get
Yeah.
out there, I'm taking my kids with me. 'Cause I ain't coming
Yeah.
back for nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I'm going. But no, for real, it's true. Very true.
What else have we got up there?
Somebody else said something earlier, but they refresh it. Okay, Dodge is saying that things seem to be set up to work against him. I think he means as in to go against the fathers when it comes to maybe when it's an argument maybe between baby mothers and baby fathers. And I think it
Yes.
depends because not like that, but I think you get different characters. I think you get good baby mothers and not so good baby mothers, and the same with baby fathers. So some of them are doing things for the best for the child, and some of them are just being wicked. Like you'll have certain fathers or baby mothers that might call social services and these things there just to spite the person, which is not thinking about the child, because how does that affect the child? You're taking away someone that they love and you're messing around with the relationship and all of that. So there's a lot of things to think about, but I think when people break down and there's kids involved, you've got to put your feelings to the side. Forget about your
100%.
feelings now, innit? Like it's about the children and what's the best thing for them.
Sorry,
No, go
Vee.
ahead.
I was going to say, also, you got a lot of women that when the relationship's done, especially if the man's the one that left, they then stop them from seeing the kids.
Especially when they get a man.
Yeah. Even
When
if
they get a
ain't
man,
got a man, they just
listen.
don't want to know that you don't want them.
Yeah.
You understand? Because
So I'm
as far
gonna
as they're
keep the kids, you get
concerned,
me?
yeah,
Yeah.
you should always want me, because every time you've cheated on me and I took you back or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
now that it's the other way around, you shouldn't leave. If a man tells you he doesn't want you, let him go. Do
Let
not
him
ever
go.
beg a man to stay. But do not stop him from having a relationship with his children.
This is it. This is
You
it.
understand? Because there's a lot of women out there that are spiteful like that. I've got brothers. I've got 6 brothers. And so I've seen certain things. And no, not all my brothers are innocent, but I've seen certain behaviors from the mothers of 1 or 2 of their children that use their children as pawns.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I actually know this is a true story. I'm not going to say the lady's name, but I used to live in a shared house. This was like 20 years ago. And one of the women that I lived with, she lived with her partner and they had a baby. So the baby was less than 1 year old. And he was going out to the carnival. They had a carnival. This is in Jamaica. They were going to the
Right.
carnival. And he was leaving. And she was home with the baby. And she didn't want him to go because she was scared, because he was a very attractive guy. She's very pretty as well, really
Yeah.
pretty. She was thinking he's going to go out there and meet women. Do you know what she done? And she actually told me this out of her mouth. I cannot believe that she told me this. She told me that she dropped her baby on the floor so that the man would not go out.
Oh my God, that's disgusting. That is disgusting. Because the harm you could have brought to that child just because you don't want a man to go out.
Yeah.
And some women, this is what I don't like about certain women. Some of them lose their minds. You got to like, come on, you got to know yourself, innit? You can't be like so madly in love with somebody that you are willing to do dumb things like this. This is like, she's not fit to be a mum at this point.
No.
You're dropping your youth because you don't want a man to go out.
Yeah.
And he didn't go out. Like, this is mad. That's crazy. And did any serious harm come to the child?
No. The young lady in question now, she's going to be in her 20s now because this was a long time
Yeah.
ago. But her mum told me this and she had no qualms. So imagine she could tell me that she done that. Imagine what she's done that she's not told me about.
Yeah.
And
That's
stuff
very
like that.
wicked.
Yeah, it's a wicked thing.
Are they still together now?
No.
Because God don't
No.
like ugly and God don't
No.
like stupid. I'm telling you.
So yeah, and I don't know if you lot saw. Do you remember there's a few years ago a girl and her boyfriend broke up, and it was on YouTube, on Instagram, on one of them, and the woman was burning the baby with the cigarettes, and someone reported her because the man don't want her. So there's
This
a
is
lot,
disgusting,
and that's
man.
it comes back down to know who you are having a baby with.
This is it.
So many times we see someone and we see this physical attraction and we think that's it. That's not it. That isn't part of it. Like, have you seen him angry? Have you seen him upset?
But
Have you
sometimes they're
seen him-
normal until you bring, like, sometimes they bring the madness out of them. Like, sometimes it was a normal woman. She was fine before she met Barry. And I'm just using Barry as an example. Yeah, I just called the name
Hold
Barry.
tight, any berries out there?
No, we got a Barry here. Not that Barry. I'm just saying. She was fine before she met him, but then maybe it's because of what Barry's put her through. Now she's now, you know what I mean? She's dealing with things differently because now,
Yeah.
do you get me? Like, you've caused certain things. You've made her be a different person. Like, so you've contributed to
You
what
have.
she's got going on now.
You have.
And then you leave her, you come to them and they're saying, and you leave them all mash up and all mad and don't know themselves. You get me?
Listen, ladies, stop making these men mad you out here, you know. Stop it. Don't do it. So
You gotta know yourself, man.
Alright, so we're going to move on to our next topic, but before we do, we're going to play a couple tunes.
Yep.
Yeah, so we're going to play a couple tunes for you people. Hope you're enjoying the sunshine, listening to Shola and V. Well, sorry, Sipping V with Shola and V. I don't even know my own name, you know. Let's play some little bashment for you. I'm going to go offline and V's going to teach me 2 dance moves to show you 1 week.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, watch this.
You're on V.
Right, guys. So now we're going to play Guess the Song, which is basically just for fun. So as we explained earlier, all you have to do is text the studio number on 07548 06927, or you can live message on Mixcloud. We will play a clip of a song and you will try to identify the artist. Let's see how good you guys is.
Say the number again, V.
So the studio number is 07548 806 927, and you can live chat in the Mixcloud. We'll play a song, couple of seconds.
That was a flop.
What was it? No joke.
So then we're going to do 5 songs, yeah?
But yeah, we're gonna do 5 anyway. So basically, have a little think about it, and then if the artist jumps out at you and the song, not the artist actually, the song name and the artist, then just put it in the chat and let's see. So that was the first one. I don't even know that one.
So then we're going to switch up to some R&B.
And we're gonna play it around. It might be bashment, it might be R&B, it might be garage. What am I gonna tell them? Wait, let me guess. So song 2. Thank God it's not for money. Okay. They've got that one, haven't they? Song 2 was just a test, just testing you guys. Here's song 2 now. We are going to resume back in a minute on this one.
All right, now
Dasha
we're going to go
Begins.
on to our next topic. We're going to be talking about Kanye West and his wife, Bianca. So Kanye West and his wife, who's known as a fashion icon, I'm not sure about that, but from setting trends on the runway to captivating audience with their public persona, this power couple continues to influence the cultural landscape in profound ways. Kanye West, a prominent rapper, producer, fashion designer, has been a major figure in the music and fashion industry for years. His sense of style often garners attention, and his fashion choices can be both diverse and influential in popular culture.
Right, so Mr. Westy has often expressed his interest in fashion design and has collaborated with various brands such as Adidas for his Yeezy line. The Yeezy brand has gained a significant following and has had a noticeable impact on streetwear and sneaker lines. I mean, Kanye West is a musical genius and a controversial figure, consistently pushes the boundaries of artistry and self-expression. Meanwhile, his wife commands attention for her bold fashion choices and entrepreneurial ventures. Their dynamic relationship not only captures the media but also sparks conversations about the intersection of creativity, fame, and family life.
It's understandable to have your own views on this matter, as everyone has their own beliefs and comfort levels regarding what is acceptable in public. It's also important to remember that people have the freedom to express themselves through their clothing choice, and what may be seen as inappropriate or attention seeking to one person may be empowering and liberating to another. While it's okay to have your opinion, it's also important to consider that what someone wears shouldn't dictate their worth or the respect they deserve. It is crucial to respect people's autonomy and choices, even if they differ from your own. It's also worth remembering that the individual have the right to make their own decisions about how they present themselves, and it's not always up to their partners to dictate what is appropriate for them.
Very true. I mean, if you feel uncomfortable that certain behaviors are disrespectful, it's okay to speak up and express your feelings. However, it's essential to do so in a respectful and non-judgmental manner, keeping in mind that others have their own boundaries and preferences. Ultimately, it's about finding a balance between expressing our own opinions and respecting the autonomy and choices of others. Understanding that people have different perspectives and priorities can help us navigate situations like this with empathy and open-mindedness.
Okay, so
Sorry, yeah.
okay, so we're gonna have a little questions and stuff about Kanye. So yeah, ready?
Okay, so how did Kanye meet his wife? Well, to my knowledge, they met through friends, and apparently he asked her to come and work for him, and she went to work for him, and then it progressed from there, and then they got into a relationship. So it wasn't planned; it kind of just happened. Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that Bianca dresses inappropriately or appropriately? What do you think about the way she dresses? And do you think she's making the choice about what she wears, or do you think it's Kanye?
Okay, so first question.
Yeah.
Do I think she dresses inappropriately? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And secondly, I do think she's comfortable in what she wears. Most of the times you see her bottom's hanging out. She's very comfortable in her skin. For me, I can see she's clearly comfortable in her skin, and I think she's a very confident woman, to be honest. It says a lot about her, but I do think it's inappropriate. There's families, there's kids, and you're leaving nothing for, you're leaving nothing for the imagination. If you're on holiday or you're in a party in a different certain setting, then that would be okay. But I don't think it's okay to be walking down the street, going to Sainsbury's on the high road, back cheeks hanging out, and then your man's always got on a big coat or a waistcoat. He looks all covered up, and so I think they're both comfortable. I think she's comfortable with it, and I think he's comfortable with seeing her like that as well. I think he probably finds it attractive.
I don't, every time I look at her, she looks like she's screaming, "Somebody help me!" Because if you look at how she used to dress before she got with Kanye, she never used to dress like that. She always looks uncomfortable. She having those big pillows in front of her, or she doesn't. I feel like she didn't dress like this until she got with Kanye. Mm-hmm. And like somebody said in our comments here, D. Alex was saying he goes for a particular type. Absolutely. I think that he's the one that tells her what to wear.
I think he supports it, and I think a lot of women seem to want to make their partners happy. So if their partner says don't wear that, wear this, they're going to do it. So I think he clearly supports it. I mean, we didn't see Kim dressing like that per se, but I think he supports it. I think he likes it, and I don't think he's got a problem with it.
I think he encourages it. I don't even know if she has a choice because she wasn't dressing like that before she met with him.
She always just looks so sad.
Yeah,
I've seen her smile a few times, you know what I mean, like a half smile, but she always looks so sad. She always looks lost, like she doesn't know what's going on. Yeah, I think the two of them I don't think the two of them are like all there upstairs, to be honest. That's why they kind of, I think it works, you know, like cheese and bacon, do you know what I mean? It just works.
D. Alex says, I think he pushes for it, or maybe he boosts his women to be more confident. But coming out naked, is that really confident? Like, I don't know,
I think it screams I want attention. I think he's happy with the attention as well. I think he's happy to know that people are looking at them. I almost feel like as well, it might be a publicity stunt, or it might be this might be a money thing. Because at the end of the day, you're getting people talking, you're trending, you know what I mean? So if you've got any songs coming out, you've got anything going on, that's going to shed more light on it. And you know, sometimes they do things like that. They kind of do something like just before they got a song coming out, because then it causes up this big stir, their name's swinging around the place, and then, they got a song out, let's everyone go and buy it, or, you know, it shows it more interest. So I don't know if there's something behind this.
I think, though, that they have lasted a lot longer than I actually thought they would, because they've been married for a couple of years now. I think it's coming up 2 years, maybe. Don't quote me if I'm wrong, but they've been married for quite a while, so they actually last a lot longer. And have you ever heard their voice?
I think one time there was the daughter was there, North, and they seemed to have a good relationship. They said a couple of words, whatever, but she was very low. I don't even know if she's got an accent. I couldn't tell you how she sounds, to be honest, but I heard her murmur a word or two. I've never really heard her in full, but she just seems like she's just there as part of the picture kind of thing. She's not really there to do much. She's just there as part of the scene, yeah.
I think he kind of uses her as a mule, like he just dresses her up. Maybe he didn't get no action figures as a child, so he's reliving his childhood now, and he's dressing her in all these outrageous clothes. But I don't know. Someone said it's naked to us, but they are in the public eye, so it's all game to stay current. But
to do anyway, but I think that they must be okay with it, because everywhere you go, you're dressed like this, so you're never in a tracksuit or never covered up, so they must be okay with it. As I don't believe you'd be flaunting yourself like that. But on a real note, I do think that maybe there is something going on upstairs. I don't think she's mad, but I feel like, I don't know, she's going through something. I don't know, but I do feel like there's something going on here. And I remember seeing the pictures of her. She was much fuller.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because you never know, when she was bigger, maybe she didn't want to be bigger. Maybe when she lost, sometimes people lose the weight and then they start wearing things that they couldn't wear before. And they were restricted, and then now it's like, nobody can't tell me nothing type of thing, because I can wear these things. Like, it might be a bit of that as well. She might be just very happy with her body.
Extreme. I mean, if it was like,
Because she's clearly confident. Because if you wasn't confident, you wouldn't be wearing those stuff.
Does she have a choice?
Boy. I mean, where were they the other day? Was it China or Japan? And come on, you know how these places are already. They're quite conservative and cover up and that. And they were just laughing, because I think they was embarrassed as well, because they're not used to seeing it.
Yeah.
They're not used to seeing people walking around and their bum cheeks hanging out there. It's not even on the beach. It's just not appropriate, man. You're going into stores like that. It's a bit mad. But yeah, I don't think she's all there upstairs, and I think her family are okay with it, to be fair. I think they're okay. And I think sometimes when you're a celebrity, you get away with doing the craziest things. You can start to dress mad. You could be 25 and got an 80-year-old. Now it's okay because the man's got money. Do you know what I mean? But if it was like normal people in the street, you'd be like, oh, he's crispy, like he's too old for you. But when you're a celebrity, you seem to get away with madness.
I know, the celebrity world is quite corrupt.
They get a green card, you know?
Yeah, they do get away with a lot of stuff.
We said that already. Do you think that Kanye respects his wife, or do you think this is a publicity stunt?
I don't think he respects his wife, because I don't think any respecting man would want their wife, the woman that they love, dressing like that.
And having men ogling at them, because that's exactly what it is.
That's it. Like, you want your woman to look nice. I know when couples go out and a woman's got on a sexy outfit, that's different. But Bianca's coming out the house in a G-string.
Yeah, literally.
It looked like dental floss. Like, there's just nothing there, and that's how she's coming out. Yeah, that's what it looks like. She's got a piece of dental floss in between her bum cheeks.
D. Alex says he has always liked sexy, confident women, but since Kim, they favour Kim. Real talk. Yeah, she was more classy with it. You get me? She wore sometimes provocative stuff, sexy stuff, tight-fitting stuff. But to me, I never saw her and thought, oh God, that's a little bit much. And when she was wearing certain things, she was going somewhere, so it was more like appropriate.
Yeah.
She was going to a dinner or something. This one's walking up and down the street, up and down the road, normal. like normal, do you know what I mean? With everything hanging out. And it's just... And the thing is as well, they're so blasé, it's like they're walking and everyone's looking and they're just walking and they're the only two people on the road. Like there's nobody there, nobody ain't looking, they're just getting on with it. Like, it's my world, isn't it? There's nobody here kind of if I've just blocked you. And that's what you got to do, to be honest, because people can be really wicked and evil.
Yeah, no, they can.
But I don't think it's appropriate, man. I think she needs to fix up. And you've got younger kids as well. Would they like it if North was to be walking around the yard like that?
I doubt it very much.
Because, like, she's got her cheeks hanging out. So say if North wants to be like, well, Dad, it's okay for her. How come I can't dress like this? You know what I mean? You've got to be careful what you're kind of... And he's got boy children as well.
Yeah, no, he has. Yeah, he's got both, isn't he?
Like, I didn't even know they sell things like that. Like, they sold tights with the backside, like...
When you got money, you can get anything. Do you know what I mean? You can get anything made, I suppose.
Listen.
What do you think will be the outcome of this situation between Bianca and Kanye?
Like you said, I think she's a mule. Not to be rude, but I think she's a bit of a mule. Like, she's a bit of a shadow. He's a leader, and you know, she's like the disciple. So I think she'll stay right behind him. I think she's gonna follow behind her man, and I think that it will stand the test of time because I think she's gonna stay right beside him there. I don't think she's going anywhere. I think she's here for the long haul, mate. Definitely, she's here for the long haul.
All right, on that note, we're going to play... Remember our dude that we came on the show a couple of weeks ago? We had J-Dak in the studio. Well, we're still bigging up our J-Dak, so we're going to play...
Big up a man like J-Dak, how you mean?
So, this is J-Dak playing for you
Money from
now.
your pocket.
Trio beats. A successful road, me a walk and a give up street. Me have to make the money every day, mate, and now I'm rich, have to make it anyway. Now go make it in a life, that many say. Work for the money, so me have to get the pay, KK. Yeah, me have to make the money for me pocket. Cash me a sack it and a shot pneumatic. Anytime me speak, you want money and the topic. Up a car, couple property, you know me have to cop it. To the bank, yeah, me a make a deposit. Plug for the socket, girl, I walk me like ratchet. Making money fast, yeah, we coming like magic. If you ever to check it for you, we talk about end tragic. Cause every day me have to make a couple dollar. Who no want no money, them a fool me not go follow. I forget the food family, them a fi swallow. When me touching at the street, I Louis V, them a me collar. When me drive out in my car, the girl them see me and a holler. Say them a fi give me the knowledge and them a scholar. Me want fi have a lot of money, them a dana. When me touching at the street, I come back like a Obama. Me say me have to get the money fi me pocket. Cash me a sack it and a shot pneumatic. Anytime me speak, you want money at the topic. Up a car, property, you know me have to cop it. To the bank, yeah, me a make a deposit. Plug for the socket, girl, I want me like ratchet. Making money fast, yeah, we coming like magic. You touch your paper, you with a go end tragic. Money conversation when you see me on the city. If I no money talk, then that's the city. Touching at this time, me pocket talking like a cherry. And me cologne, them a kick up every girl, them a fi smell it. Can't bother with the poor life, too ordinary. Now go lock up in a jail, cause me a no R. Kelly. To live the rich life, tell us me born ready. And a rich girl alone, I gave it in her belly. Me have to get the money from me pocket. Cash me a stack it and a shot pneumatic. Anytime me speak, you want money at the topic of the car. Property, you know me have to cop it. To the bank, yeah, me a make a deposit. Plug for the socket, girl, I want me like ratchet. Making money fast, so we coming like magic. If you ever touch your paper, you with a go end tragic. Say every day me have to hunt for the treasure. No girl and no weed, but the money give me pleasure. Hunt for the money, yeah, me a go do it ever. Me get it anytime, anywhere, any weather. You will get hurt if you touch your money, brother. Cause the money make me every bit of light like feather. In a 3-piece suit, shoes all together. Poor life never, rich life forever. Me a tell you, say me have to get the money for me pocket. Cash me a sack it and no shot pneumatic. Anytime me speak, you want money at the topic of a car, couple property, you know me have to cop it. To the bank, yeah, me a make a deposit. Plug for the socket, girl, I walk me like ratchet. Making money fast, yeah, we coming like magic. If you ever touch your paper, you with a go end tragic.
Free up, bitch.
A6. What you know about this? West Side. Born in the West, blessed in the West. So much drama, need a vest in the West. On a whole head, now I'm on a mess. Stressed out, just about escape from the feds. One bled, one left with two in his head. That's just the life when you're living in the West. The rest is you forget press. Someone bring out the best brush in the West. Cruising, top down, back still moving. Baddest, my life is like a movie. Smoking on the best, it's better to say less. Digital currency, it's time to invest. First you get the money, then you get the power. Then you can have one in and out every hour. Fresh jump out, get them wet like shower. Drip like rain, on my drip is insane. West side is the best side. East side is my next side. South side is where we ride. North side, yo, we getting high. West side is the best side. East side is my next side. South side is where we ride. North side, yo, we getting high. She had a couple rounds, wanna run a train. Did the right thing when she called up Dame. Get the champagne, got no time to wait. Pop bottles, got models in lingerie.
brick or two, damn hoochies. Living out my life in this west side. West side is the best side. East side is my next side. South side is where we ride. North side where we getting high. West side is the best side. East side is my next side. South side is where we ride. North side where we getting high. Big team, big dream, I got a big scheme. Now look at me, all up on the big screen. Big bright lights, lady, let me lay the pipe. From the back room, you can hear the lady scream. I've been doing this since I was 18. Now she blowing on my wall like I'm shading. Damn Jesus Christ, this is amazing. When you look like we, they start hating. Money comes in, then it comes and goes. Now baby girl, come and take it nice and slow. Since you like the dark, she wanna play with the bone. Come this way, I'm finna take you home. You big price, welcome to the big west. Every prince needs a princess, oh yes. Let's go. West side is the best side. East side is my next side. South side is where we ride. North side, yo, we getting high. West side is the best side. East side is my next side. South side is where we ride. North side, yo, we getting high.
Yes, big up the west side, but big up the south side. Brixton, Mansfield, you know how we do.
No, man, west side. Come on, bring it back.
South London, always in the house. Shut up. Before we go on to our next topic, we're going to play a tune to bring it into the topic. So listen to the tune and then you might be able to work out what our next topic's about. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start talking about our third topic for the day. We're going to talk about polygamy relationships. We just want to remind viewers to be respectful when sharing their feelings and opinions, taking into account others' feelings, please. Okay, polygamous relationships involve one person being married to multiple partners that have been a topic of controversy and intrigue. The trials and tribulations which within such complex relationships can be numerous and multifaceted, affecting not just the individual but also society as a whole. One of the primary challenges in polygamy relationships is jealousy and insecurity. It can be difficult for individuals to see their partner form emotional or physical connections with other people. This can lead to feelings of inadequacy and decreased self-esteem among the partners, creating a constant undercurrent of tension within the relationship.
Okay. Communication is another significant hurdle in polygamous relationships. Effective communication is essential in any relationship, but when multiple partners are involved, the end for clear and honest communication is amplified. Misunderstandings, conflict, and differing expectations can arise when communication channels break down, leading to the resentment and discord amongst the partners. Navigating societal norms and legal considerations is yet another challenge in polygamous relationships. In many countries, polygamy is illegal, which can lead to legal complications regarding marriage, inheritance, child custody, and other rights. Moreover, the stigma and prejudice against polygamy can create additional challenges for individuals in these relationships, leading to feelings of isolation and ostracization from their communities.
Difference of opinions are common in polygamous relationships, as each partner might have their own expectations, desires, and boundaries. Balancing the needs and desires of multiple partners can be a delicate and intricate task, requiring a high level of empathy, compromise, and flexibility from all individuals involved. Conflicts may arise when partners have conflicting opinions on important issues such as family planning, finances, or domestic responsibilities. Despite the trials and tribulations, some people argue that polygamous relationships can offer certain benefits and advantages. Some of the benefits are you have a large support network, shared responsibilities, increased emotional fulfillment as reasons to engage in such relationships. Additionally, some individuals find that polygamy allows for greater flexibility in exploring different types of relationships and fulfilling diverse emotional and physical needs.
However, the ethical implications of polygamous relationships remains a subject of vigorous debate. Critics argue that polygamy can perpetrate inequality, exploitation, and power imbalances within relationships, particularly in partial societies where men may have greater privileges and control over their partners. Concerns about consent, agency, and autonomy are central to these ethical debates, as some individuals may feel pressured or coerced into participating in polygamous relationships against their own wishes. As society continues to evolve and re-evaluate traditional notions of marriage and family, the conversations surrounding polygamous relationships are likely to become more nuanced and complex. Questions about the rights, responsibilities, and implications of polygamy are challenging and thought-provoking, inviting individuals to reflect on their own beliefs, values, and prejudices.
So in some cultures, you know, we have that you can have more than one wife, especially in Islamic cultures, you can have more than one wife. There are rules to that though. You have to be able to support both wives. You know, you can't do something for one wife and the other wife doesn't get, you know, you have to be able to treat them equally. In the black culture, it is, a lot of people are in polygamous relationships and they don't even know it. You know, they didn't sign up for it.
But the man have been doing that for time.
Yes, the man have been doing it for time. So, you know, a lot of people are saying, I would never be in that sort of relationship. And you...
But you're in it though. Behind closed doors, you're in it.
Yeah, because, you know, especially if the man cheats or whatever, you take him back, chances are he's not finished with the girl. He's just with you because you've taken him back.
This is it.
So, you know, how do people feel? Do you feel... Because I've seen now that on the black... I've actually seen 2 black women that are in these sort of relationships, but they have 2 men.
I'm seeing a lot more now. Before, not like that. I think maybe they were more embarrassed to come forward and actually be truthful about how they're living. But now I'm seeing it a lot. It's like it's a common thing that you go on the internet and it's normal.
It is, but I've always been used to seeing a man having 2 women.
Yes.
Now I'm seeing black women, and like I said, I've seen 2 different black women that are in these types of relationships, and they both have 2 partners. They have 2 men. And the men, I didn't think this was something that a lot of men would go for, to be honest, especially like black men, not even just black men, just men in general. I didn't think this was something that we'll go for. So it seems like times are changing and people are being open to different types of relationship. Yourself, would you ever consider knowingly or willingly going into a multiple relationship?
No, I'm too greedy. What's mine is mine. I don't expect you to share me, so I'm not trying to share you. You know, one of them ones. I think it's not for me. Me personally, I prefer one woman, one man thing. Whether it's 2 men, 2 women, whatever. But I prefer there's 2 parties in there, and for me, it's not for me. It'll be too difficult. For me, I would get jealous. I'm gonna think about time. You spent more time with her than me. You was in her room for longer. I ain't seen you since Sunday. It wouldn't be for me. I think it's for some people, and it wouldn't work for me, not at all. Yeah, it wouldn't. I see, like, I watch some of them. I find it interesting that they can live like that, and they live like brothers and sisters. Everybody gets on, the kids get on. You know, like you said, there's 3, 4 wives. She looks after all the children. The children kind of look at all of them as like mums, and it's just like one big blended family. And it's for some, and it's for some people. I think some people as well who have come from big families as well. I think they're kind of used to that kind of dynamic, but especially if you've been brought up with that kind of ethics in you, then that'll be normal for you. If you've seen your mum and dad do that, and that's what your grand done, then that's almost like inevitable for you. But for me, it wouldn't work for me, and I enjoy watching it though, just because I just like to watch the dynamics and think, oh my god, wow, how could they do that? And it's so interesting or whatever. But it wouldn't work for me now. It wouldn't work for me.
No, I wouldn't.
Maybe if I was the one with the 2 partners.
That.
Boy, you get me?
You know,
it's 2, 2, 4, you know.
Would you be up for having 2 guys?
I'm kind of ramping a bit still, but if I had to actually, you know, I mean, if I had to consider it, it would be that way. It would be where I am the queen bee, and I've got like Nigel and Ben. You know what I mean? Nigel for the weekends, Ben for the weekdays. One for pay the bills, one for cook the food in the yard. You get me? Them kind of way there. But yeah, I'm not trying to be there with Shelley and Tanya and Rita and where they're arguing and you know what I mean? Nah.
I think one of the benefits, devil advocate here, not only childcare also.
House cleaning.
You got childcare, but you.
And when you're tired, someone else can do. You're tired, isn't it?
They could. You're making me forget what I'm gonna say, V now. What was I gonna say?
Sorry.
Yeah, she made me forget people. She can chat, yes, see. No, as well as childcare. No, what I was gonna say was that there's somebody, you know who your man's sleeping with.
Okay, yeah, there is, and you know where he is.
You know
yeah,
where
for
he
real.
is.
Mhm.
You don't have to worry about the girl that lives down the block there because you know that there's three of you or there's whatever, and cause I don't know, but from what I've seen when I've seen documentaries about it, you don't really hear about the men going out and having outside relationships. They just stick with what they have. I suppose having two women full time is a hard job as it is, because we're not easy. We're not, it is what it is.
And you know what the bad thing about it is that I feel like maybe when some husbands approach their wives in the first place and they said to them, do you mind another woman coming? They probably was like, oh no, what are you talking about? No way, no way. However, I think some women do know that, like, a man is not going to stay, whether you know things, whether you don't, a man is not going to stay 100% faithful to you. So I think for some women, they're thinking of it like this. Because he's been a man, he's come to me and said to me, look, how do you feel? I want to bring someone else into the marriage. I feel like they go for it because it's like he could have gone behind your back, and then you're stressed and you're worrying, but like he's come to you and you know exactly, like you said, you know what's going on, you know she's going to be in the house, you know when he's going to be with her, you know exactly what's going on, so you feel like you're involved. So I think that makes a difference. But at the same time, I think they allow it because the man's going to do it anyway. So he's either going to let me do it or I'm going to do it behind your back. So, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, I'd hate to be in a situation like that, man. Because when you get married to your partner, it's meant to be you and them. It wasn't meant to be no third parties, and then you're emotionally involved. There's kids, and maybe you've got like assets together and all the rest of it, and then they come and plant this on you. And you want to make your man happy, but isn't it horrible to think that your man's asking for another woman to come into a relationship? You don't want it, but at the same time, he's not happy. And men sometimes, they get on my nerves, Cause the kind of things that they do and get away with, if that was a woman, if you even looked at a man, that's it, he doesn't want it no more. You think a woman could go make a baby outside of a marriage and come back and look on him, you're going to be like, no way. And I'm not looking after that kid either. But when it's them and they go and make baby out of the marriage or whatever, and you take them back and then they go on to do the same thing, it's like double standards, man.
It is double standards, but us women have to be held accountable because a man can only do to you what you allow him to do.
What you allow him to do, so true.
It's
so
difficult because I can hold my head in shame about one or two relationships I've had in the past, and I look back on it now and I think, oh my God, how did I get myself into that situation? How did I allow to stay in that situation? But when you're in love, sometimes love clouds you and you make stupid choices and you make dumb decisions. But I'd like to hope that as you get older, you start to wise up. Not always the case, because I still know some women in their 50s making dumb decisions in regards to relationships. So I don't think there's ever age on it, but we need to be held accountable. If we keep taking men back when they cheat, what are they going to do? They're going to cheat.
This is it.
You
This is it. It's
so
true.
it's a case of we
Get
have
some
to
self-worth.
be strong. If he's cheating on you, leave the relationship.
Yeah.
It's the same way when a man hits you. You see women that are in violent relationships, and the man hits them, and then he apologizes, and then the woman stays. My advice, women: anytime a man puts his hands on you, leave.
Come out of there quicker
Do
than
not
COVID,
stay,
brother. Serious.
because it starts small. It's gonna start. I've done a course on
A little
this.
one push.
A little push, and not even that. Sometimes it will start with a pinch.
Yeah.
And then it starts to get a little bit harder, and they say, "Oh, I'm just playing, toughen up."
Well, I
and
won't do it again,
Yeah, and then it builds and builds and builds, and then they do physically hurt you, and then there's the tears. They guilt trip you into
Start telling you about what they
them.
went through when they was a child.
Yeah,
the trauma
and
they've
then,
had.
so if you went through all that, so I just think sometimes women need to be held accountable. I think men, I think men actually struggle more in the relationships end. Maybe not in the initial stage, because women, when we come out of a relationship, we come out of it long before we actually physically come out of it.
Yeah.
Mentally. So we've done all our grieving.
Mentally, we chipped out already.
Yeah, we've done all our grieving already. Whereas men, I think it hits them maybe a couple weeks later or a couple months later, and they think, "Raw, she's really gone." So I think men, hold yourselves accountable for your penises and keep them to where they're supposed to be. And women, same advice, but also if your man is cheating, have some self-respect. I know it's not always easy to walk away, but if he then cheats on you again, don't complain. That's what I'm going to say. I mean, because some people do forgive people, and if you do forgive them, great, and you can move on past that. But if they're cheating and then 3 months later you catch them cheating again, and then just...
Yeah. See, and I'm that kind of woman. I'm deep like that. Like, I don't forget things, innit? I don't forget things. So if you hurt me, it's a wrap for you. Like, if you step out of the relationship, because you're like all of what you wanted, all of what you want is all over here. So if you decided to go and eat some grass over there because it's greener, nah, brother, you should have stayed here and watered your plant and given it some plant food. You see what I'm saying? They're too quick to jump off. So if he was to cheat, I'm straight walking. I'm not dealing with this. Because for me as well, I'm thinking of it on a deep level. You've emotionally bonded with that person. You're building a relationship with that person. So it's more than just oh, I'm not going to see them again. You've actually connected with them. So you've gone too deep. So I'd have to just walk away. Who's this? DJ Bigger says same goes with men. What was it in regards to again? What was it in regards to again? I think maybe it's the cheating thing. Oh God, Biggs, what was that about again? 5:36. What time is it? That literally just now. It was just what we was talking about. Something you said. But yeah.
Alright, Marcus. We don't know what that comment was about.
Yeah, we was rambling away, so we kind of lost. Sorry about that. So we kind of lost what you was referring to.
Alright, so.
My shoulder talks too much.
You hear this one? Let me tell you something, yeah. Me and V be on the phone for 2 hours, and I tell you what, God strike me down now if I'm lying on this camera. I talk for maybe 7 minutes in those 2 hours, and the rest of it is me listening to V talk. Yeah. When I come off the phone, I gotta go and get a brandy. I gotta cock up my foot and turn off the TV and just listen to some jazz.
And I talk quick, so I get a lot out still.
Yeah, so we talk about everything. So when we started talking about doing this podcast, V's like, what are we going to talk about? I'm thinking, is this woman really talking about what we're going to talk about for 2 hours? You talked to me on the phone for 2 hours.
No, you don't want to stand there idle, innit? Blah, blah. Talking is natural, but when you know like you've got to be talking for like 2 hours, it's different because you're kind of entertaining, so to speak. I know, but it's more natural, do you know what I mean? You know, it just comes to you. What's this? DJ Bigger, if women cheat and disrespect you. Okay, yes, for real, of course. It does go both ways.
Yes, no, yeah, I don't really. Do men stay after they get cheated? I suppose some do.
If no one doesn't know, because I think a lot of it to do with their pride and their egos and stuff like that. I think if no one doesn't know, then I think they could stay, but it's going to hurt them too much. So for some men, the thought of you being in someone else's arms, you being with another man alone, is sickening enough for them. They're not taking you back.
I think what a lot
You've
of
crossed the
men
line.
think is that because they can cheat without being emotionally invested.
Yes,
and I think they think that a lot of women only can cheat if they're emotionally involved in somebody. And that's not the case, because I know some females that, you know, they like to have sexual intercourse for fun. And it doesn't mean that they're going to be attached to somebody or that they want a relationship with them. So it can work both ways.
Yeah, because some women out here moving like birds, I'm not going to lie, but it works for them, it's fine. Because some people got high sex drive, you know what I mean? So, you know, the man them is fruity already. And I think sometimes when the man them get cheated on, how they kind of get over it is they just jump into something else.
Yes.
So they're not there wallowing and licking their wounds, you know what I mean? They just jump straight into something else and take their mind off of it. Because there'll be someone else to take up the pieces.
What do you think about those men that have like 10 children with 6 women and cannot be faithful to anyone? I think
my uncle's got what, 10, 12?
He's
a Rasta man. About 4 or 5. Yeah, about 4 or 5.
Alright, not talking about your uncle. I don't disrespect your uncle, but I find that a lot of men that cheat, that have multiple children with multiple women, I find a lot of them don't even like women, you know. Seriously, they don't like women. They just, not talking about, because I got some family members and, you know, but I find as well that with a lot of men, when they've got like 10, 12, 14 kids and like a different baby mother and they've cheated on every relationship, it can't be the woman. You know, it must be, you can't like women, because why do you cheat so much?
Because they can. Some of them, cause they can. I learned from the best, you know, not like that. My dad was a blatant cheater, you get me? No, anyway, let's not go to that. But yeah, so I learned from the best. But sometimes I feel like they just do it because they can. Because I was speaking to a cousin one day, and his woman does everything. She cooks, she cleans, anything. She's doing that. You get me? She does everything. So why do you do it? And he was just like, because he gets bored. He actually gave me an example. It was something like, if you go into the bakery, it was like something like he likes donuts, but sometimes he fancies a custard tart. So you get me? Although he loves the donut and has the donut every day, he's going to go back to the donut. Every now and then he's going to go and lift up a custard tart or maybe you get me, or something. And I'm just like, so what I got from that is that they just can't help it. Sometimes the woman is a full package. She's got everything. You know, she's not doing anything wrong. There's no issues, but you're still doing it because you can. And some women out there love a taken man, you know. I got friends out there, they more want to take a man because they don't want the headache, they just want the money and the fun times. And when it comes to going home and all the problems and anything like that, they just get the fun time when you come and lift them up, take them out. You go home to a woman and give her the headache. So they like a taken man, to be honest, because it's only so much responsibility for them.
All right. On that note, we're going to play a couple tunes for you.
And wrap it up.
We'll be back in a minute. Thank you for joining us on Sipping Tea with Shols and Vee. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to play a couple bashment tunes like how the weather's hot before we leave, but we just wanted to say thank you for tuning in. We're sipping tea with Shols and Vee. We had a great time with you. Thank you for all the people that have commented in on the show, whether on the WhatsApp group or on the screen. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
We're going to play some big tunes for you now, so sit back, relax, enjoy, shake a leg, and we'll see you next week. Signing out. Oh, sorry. Do the social, V.
Right, so remember, guys, don't forget to go and follow us on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram on Sipping on Tea with Shols and Vee. Remember, you have to follow the socials in order to enter the competition. That's why it's being put on hold. We need you lot to go and follow, and then the competition is going to resume. So remember, Sipping on Tea with Shols and Vee on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. 1.
FMUK.
I like to nyam it. I like to nyam it. I like to nyam it. You like to. When I say port, you say royal.